This video is brought to you by the sweethearts at patreon.com/Kuncan Dastner. Thanks, babes. So here's the equation so far. John Mulaney plus Anna Marie Tendler equals fans happy. John Mulaney plus rehab equals fans worried. Anna's Instagram minus John's last name equals fans more worried. John Mulaney minus rehab equals fans happy. John Mulaney minus Anna Marie Tendler equals fans shocked and upset. John Mulaney plus Olivia Munn equals fans more upset. Are you following? I'm not. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and thank you for joining me here today. This is technically a follow-up video to one I made a while ago, but apparently we're still talking about this. I didn't think we'd need a part 2, but god damn it, here's part 2. If you haven't seen the first one, that's fine, I get it. I'll try to fill you in. John Mulaney is a very entertaining comedian who won his audience over by being relatable and down to earth instead of using stand-up comedy to be terrible towards others. This meant his audience valued him as their token wholesome comedian, and they really put value on him being a kind and loving family man. After some time in rehab, John divorced his wife to everyone's astonishment and began publicly dating the actress Olivia Munn, who'd been public about her admiration for John. That story ended with John's fans being upset with him, sympathetic for his ex-wife, and angry towards Olivia Munn. My thesis on the last video was basically, everyone shut up. We don't need to be talking about this. Rehab, divorce, and relationships in general are all very private and personal things to go through, and this story really shouldn't affect anyone besides the people directly involved. The only reason we know about this story at all is because one part of it told some funny jokes on a Netflix special. That's it. That is the only reason this story is in the goddamn news. Can you imagine going through a breakup and then seeing that there are articles written about the story? That your name is trending on Twitter? Anyway, this story is back in the news cycle again for, I'll say it, the stupidest reason possible. Everything about it just makes me upset. So let's talk about it. Some celebrity photographer caught a photo of Olivia Munn walking in a parking garage, and fans are now picking apart the images trying to see if she's pregnant. That's right, the name John Mulaney is trending on Twitter because internet teenagers are trying to pick apart photos taken by a paparazzi of his girlfriend in baggy clothes, trying to determine if she's pregnant. If there was a button on my desk that I could press that would just take away the internet from everyone for like a month, I would have pressed it 10 minutes ago. I shouldn't really have to say this, but it does not matter if Olivia Munn is pregnant or not. We are not involved in that decision at all. Also, she's just walking. She didn't ask for her picture to be taken or for kids online to put on their detective hats and pick apart about how her body looks on camera. Nobody asked for that. Part of the defense these people have for their behavior is, quote, "'cause she's obviously pregnant and he divorced like yesterday after gaslighting his wife about everything going on. Also, while married, he was very outspoken about not wanting children of his own. T emoji." I'm going to build that desk button myself. We have lost internet privileges for a year, at least. So let's pick apart this tweet bit by bit. 'Cause she's obviously pregnant. Just shut up. It does not matter if Olivia Munn is pregnant or not. It is rude to assume she is because she obviously looks like it. Maybe she just put on some weight, you know, like a human body changing over time. It's a reach to look at 1 to 2 faraway photos from across a parking lot and just definitively say, oh yeah, she's pregnant. He divorced like yesterday after gaslighting his wife about everything going on. He did not divorce like yesterday. Just because we knew about the divorce at a certain time does not mean it happened that day. Plus, even the video I uploaded came out 3 months ago, not yesterday. If Anna Marie Tendler did take John Mulaney's last name out of her own while he was in rehab at the start of the year, then this conversation has been happening for a long time. But also, and I can't stress this enough, it's horrible that we're even talking about such a private matter. I don't think John was gaslighting his wife, and even if he was, there's no way we'd know about it. Let's not continuously misuse the term gaslighting until it doesn't mean anything at all. Also, while married, he was very outspoken about not wanting children of his own. Are you referring to the bit in his stand-up special where he jokes about not wanting a nursery?
Our real estate agent wanted us to have a baby more than anyone else in our lives. Every room she walked into, she'd be like, so this could be an office, or maybe a nursery. Yeah, haha, no, like we said, we don't know if we're gonna have it. No, I know. You don't know if you're gonna have them, but you know.
We're citing our sources in Netflix comedy specials now. That's where we're getting our evidence now. That's what we're just taking as fact. I'm gripping my phone really hard right now. Even if John wasn't telling a joke and he actually did not want kids back then, he's allowed to change his mind. Because I don't know if you knew this, but like, he's a human being. The fact that these people are so determined to tear down someone they previously idolized as perfect that they'll use out-of-context jokes from a comedy special, use stalker-esque photos of a woman walking, and limited knowledge of a timeline of events we weren't involved in is beyond demented, beyond delusional, and completely out of line in every sense. Hey everyone, so after I finished filming that video, more information came out. I love it when that happens. John Mulaney and Olivia Munn announced that yes, she is in fact pregnant with their kid, which is super exciting on its own, and honestly, congratulations to the both of them. However, a lot of John Mulaney ex-fans are now using this new information to justify their speculation. And I think it's worth noting that just because the assumption was right doesn't mean there should have been an assumption in the first place. Because honestly, this was their news to announce, and because this came out just a little while after those paparazzi photos were released, makes it seem like this kind of came out because the news got out. It makes me wonder that if John Mulaney's name wasn't trending and if people weren't talking about this, would they have made that announcement? I'm not sure. It's still rude to assume, just based on someone's appearance, that they're pregnant before they've said anything. And I think it's a real issue that a lot of these Twitter kids might feel justified in their digging just because this one turned out to be true. You're not Sherlock Holmes for figuring this one out. Olivia Munn was either pregnant or she wasn't, but either way, that's her information to disclose, not yours. Once the news officially came out, the debate started burning even hotter around whether or not the timeline syncs up and whether John cheated on his ex-wife or not. The answer is, I don't know. None of us do. John's divorce happened a long time ago, though, before they announced it, obviously. So the timeline people are using, where there's only a 4-month time span, is not correct. We cannot use that to assume anybody cheated. This is just a weird story. I'm not sure why people are still so vigilant on talking about John Mulaney's relationship. It's weird to see it trending, too. Like, how big is this? I really hoped we'd put the whole idolizing a funny man until they do one thing wrong thing behind us, but I guess not. I guess we're still doing that. People's contempt for John, whether you think it's unwarranted or not, really shows that this is still something that we struggle with online. Anyway, that's the update. I'll let you get back to the video. Be nice to Past Duncan. He deserves it. Thankfully, a large corner of the internet has spoken against this behavior and is directing the conversation towards a more constructive tone, but the fact that we're even here is still upsetting. If I could address these people directly, the ones who are confused and angry at John and are lashing out at him based on this news, while I don't approve of what you're doing, it's important that both of us realize that it's not your fault. We are taught to care about celebrities' lives because it's a profitable business. That's why paparazzi exist, that's why tabloid magazines make so much money, it's why YouTube drama channels are popular, and it's why you follow celebrities on social media. People make money off of your interest in others, so they want to keep that business kicking. Some person took a photo of a random actress walking in a parking lot because they knew they would make money off of it. I don't think you should care so vehemently about this, but I do understand why you do. It's a system our media is entrenched in. My final take on the matter is the same as it was 3 months ago, but angrier, I guess. We should not be this invested into celebrities' personal lives. And if we do hear about it, the healthy thing to do is to show sympathy for the people involved and then move on with our own personal lives. That being said, if any of you get a picture of me in public and start spreading rumors that I'm pregnant, I'm not being the bigger person and moving on. I'm gonna go insane if that happens. That is my supervillain origin story. That's when I start building laser satellites. Thank you all for watching my video to the very end, and a special thank you again to everyone who donated to my page on Patreon. I love you all, and I hope you have an extra amazing day today because you deserve it. Thank you for supporting me. I'll leave more recommended videos for you on screen as well as my social medias if you would like to see me on Instagram or on Twitter or yeah, those two. I hope you're all staying safe and healthy, and I will see you soon for the next video. I love you lots. Goodbye.